class grades are also plus off, so if parents want to see how their child or guardian or how their child is acting in class, come on there and they can see how you guys are.
Well, I'm glad my parents can't see me now.
Well, they can hear you though.
Yeah.
Okay, on your whiteboard. If I wrote this problem, go ahead and solve that problem. Yes, Andrew.
8.
Just come in.
Oh, it's Owen. What's Owen? Do you still have a username and password? Owen.
For what?
Study Island.
I can figure it out. It was Owen.Bonson.EJES, all lowercase letters,
Okay.
and then the password was EJES.
Alright.
So,
Thank you.
what was it, Owen?
Owen.Bonson.EJS.
And then your password?
EJES.
Yeah, all lowercase letters.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Now, Sandra said you got an answer of 8. Anybody have something different? Nate? 10. Anybody else something different? Kai? 20. Anybody else? 22. Anybody else? So, same problem, we got 4 different answers. Now, that is the problem that we have with a problem like that. Many years ago, I was involved in a kind of like a scavenger hunt. And on the scavenger hunt, they gave us a problem like that, and we needed to solve it. And once you solved it, then you would be able to figure out where the location was of what we were trying to find. Okay? Unfortunately, the people who may have a problem like this did not understand the order of operation, because the answer that they wanted you to have was technically the incorrect answer. Okay? So, open your notebooks up. Skip the first page. Okay? That's going to become your index. That's where you'll be able to write the topic and the page number. So skip the first page, and so you should go on to the second page. Okay, so we don't want to write anything on this page right now. We want to write on this page. And across the top, I want you to write order of operations. a phrase, an easy phrase that you can use to remember the order of operations. Anybody know the phrase?
Please excuse my dear.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Anything I write on the board, I want you guys to write in your notebooks, okay? So underneath there, I want you to write, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Why do I want you to remember that phrase? Fabian?
Because it is what's going in order for to do these problems.
Okay. So, the P stands for what? Parentheses. The E stands for what? Malaya? Not Malaya. Brianna.
Exponents.
Exponents. The M. Kai?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. The D. Adelaide.
Division.
The A. Addie.
Adding.
And the S. Carissa.
Subtracting.
Now, something that you need to be very aware of. If there is multiplication and division within the same problem, we go from left to right. And also, if there is addition and subtraction within the same problem, you also go from left to right. So, technically, if we have this problem, actually we'll come back to this problem in a little bit. Okay? So, example. We have this problem. 24 minus 2 times the quantity of 6 plus 5. What is the first thing we're going to do? Quentin?
6 plus 5.
We're going to look for parentheses. So we have the parentheses. And so 6 plus 5 is 11. What I want you guys to do is I want you to write the 11 above it. Then we're going to rewrite the problem. We have 24 minus 2 times, now in place of the parentheses, we're going to put 11. What's the next thing we're going to do? Sandra? We're going to do the multiplication because there are no more parentheses. There are no exponents, So now we look for multiplication or division. We have multiplication. So what I want you guys to do is you're going to put parentheses around the 2 times the 11. 2 times 11 is?
22.
22. So we're going to write the 22 above the 2 times 11. And now we're going to rewrite the problem. 24 minus 22.
2.
And 24 minus 22 is 2. And so for that one, the answer would be 2. Example 2. Now, if we have a problem like this, 12 divided by 4 plus 6. Oops, hold on, let me change something real quick. Let's take this, make this 9. After this, make it 2 times 2. Let's do that. Okay, so we have 12 divided by 4 plus 6 minus 2 times 2. Let's make one more change.
Oh,
Let's make this, it's a big, not a big deal, don't make a bigger deal than it is. All you have to do is erase one number and rewrite it. Now, what is the first thing we're going to do? Nate?
Do the dividing.
Why?
Because in multiplication or dividing left to right, so the left is
Very good. We look for parentheses, there are none. We look for exponents, there are none. We're looking for multiplying or division. We have both, multiplying and dividing. Since we have multiplication and division within the same problem, we want to go from left to right. So which one is farther to the left? Now it would be the 12 divided by 4. And so we're going to put the parentheses around the 12 divided by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. What's the next thing we're going to do?
rewrite.
We're going to rewrite it. Now we're going to have 3 plus 6 minus 2 times 3. What's the next thing we're going to do? Layla? We're going to do the multiplication. Once again, no parentheses, no exponents. We're looking for multiplication or division. Now we have multiplication. So we're going to put the parentheses around the 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And now we're going to rewrite it. 3 plus 6 minus 6. Next thing we're going to do is what? Blaze? What are we going to put the parentheses around? Now, Addie?
Put parentheses around the 3 plus 6.
We're going to do the 3 plus the 6. Because once again, no parentheses, no exponents, no multiplying, no division. Now we're looking for adding and subtracting. We have both adding and subtracting. Which one is farther to the left? And that would be the adding. So that's why we're going to put the parentheses around the 3 plus the 6. 3 plus 6 is?
9.
9. And now we're going to rewrite it, and we have 9 minus 6, which is
3.
3. Okay? Questions about that? We'll do one more example. Example 3. Oh, gee, I'll use one other. Let's go with this. situation like this, where we have a bracket, okay, we are not going to worry about anything outside of the bracket. That is going to be the last thing that we do. We're going to solve everything that is inside the bracket first. Inside of the bracket, we have 8 plus the quantity, 2 times 7 plus 12. Inside of that, we're going to follow order of operation. So according to order of operation, within inside of this bracket, what's the first thing we're going to do? Kai?
2 times 7.
2 times 7 is?
14.
14. So we're going to write the 14 above the 2 times the 7. What are we going to do next? Rewrite it. Bracket, 8 plus, in place of the parentheses, we're going to put a 14 plus 12, bracket, and then we have the divide by 2. What are we going to do next? Gauge. Okay, just look at the board there. What do you think the next thing we're going to do is? Not sure? Kayla,
Add
which are we going to add?
the 8 and 14.
8 and 14. Okay, we have adding. Adding is what we call, it is associative, it's also commutative. So we can change the order, but also we can change how we want to group it. So technically, we could add whatever we wanted to in this situation because it's 2 addition problems. Okay? But keep with the idea of going left to right. Let's put the parentheses around the 8 plus 14. 8 plus 14 is? Very good, 22. So we're going to put the 22 above the 8 plus the 14. What are we going to do next, Adelaide?
Rewrite it.
We're going to rewrite it. And now we have 22 plus 12. We still have that inside of the bracket divided by 2. Kristen, what are we going to do next?
22 plus 12.
We need to finish off what's inside the bracket, so we're going to do 22 plus 12. 22 plus 12 is?
34.
34, very good. We're going to write 34 above it. And now we're going to rewrite it. 34 divided by 2, and 34 divided by 2 is, anybody? Very good, 17. Okay? Questions about how to do order of operation. First thing you look for are parentheses. Next thing, exponent. Next thing, not just multiplication.
Or dividing.
Multiplying or dividing. If there is both, you always go from
Left to right.
left to right. Then after multiplying or dividing, we look for
Addition or subtraction.
adding or subtracting. If there's both, we do what?
Left to right.
Left to right. Okay. Put your notebooks away, get out your whiteboard. Okay, let's write this problem down. Guys,
Can you erase this?
yeah, erase that, yep. So we have the quantity of 9 plus 7 times 10 plus 14. Go ahead and solve it. Keep in mind, I want you doing it just like we did here. One step at a time. Solve it. Write it down, rewrite it. Let me see your boards. parentheses around, oh, you have the one parentheses, just put the other parentheses there. Whenever you put the parentheses, I want you to write what this equals above. So this would be 16, so write the 6.
I guess I'm just not used to it.
I know, I understand. I understand. Same thing with you.
Yeah.
I just want you to, whatever it equals, I want you to put it above there. That way you know.
I just put it under it.
I want you to put it above it. Maybe, let me see. Make sure in the second thing you write the answer above it. I want to see you do it step by step. Do it, rewrite. Do it, rewrite. Do it, rewrite. That way if you make a mistake, I can see exactly where you made the mistake.
Oh, Mr. Lewis.
Okay, so what is the first thing we're going to do?
9 plus 7.
Oh, I'll call you. Raise your hand. Baby, the first thing we're going to do,
We are going to do 9 plus 7.
which is,
16.
so you should write the 16 above it, and now we're going to rewrite it. 16 times 10 plus 14. Next thing we're going to do is what, Grace?
We're going to times 16 times.
Okay, we have no more parentheses, we have no exponents, so now we're looking for multiplication or division. We have multiplication, so we're going to put the parentheses around. 16 times 10, 16 times 10 is? 160. Now we're going to rewrite it, we're going to have 160 plus 14, and 160 plus 14 is? 174. Okay? Erase, let's do another one. $36 minus 4 times 2 plus 6 divided by 3. Go ahead and solve that. Put parentheses around what you're going to do first, okay? That way you know, that way you don't make any mistakes as far as what this is going to replace, okay? By putting the parentheses around there, now you know exactly what this is replacing, and you won't accidentally write those numbers down a second time. Yes? One second. Same thing, okay, put the parentheses around it. Wait. Okay, let's check it once. Are there any parentheses? No. Are there any exponents? No. Is there multiplying or dividing?
Yes.
Yes. There is both, correct?
Yeah.
So, which one are we going to do first? Malayla?
4 times 2.
Why 4 times 2?
Because it goes left to right.
Because it goes left to right. So, you're going to put the parentheses around 4 times 2. Now, this sounds like a very small thing. It may sound to you like it's a very not necessary thing, useless thing. But the reason that I want you guys to put parentheses around it is because I have seen too many times where people will accidentally rewrite a number that they've already used. By putting parentheses around it, now you know that everything inside of that parenthesis is going to get replaced by a different number. Okay, so 4 times 2 is obviously 8. Okay, so now when you rewrite it, 36 minus, I'm going to replace everything that's inside the parenthesis with an 8. It just eliminates that possibility of accidentally rewriting the 4 or the 2. Plus the 6 divided by 3. Okay, so no parentheses, no exponents. We're looking for multiplication and division. Now we have division. So we're going to put the parentheses around the division. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And now we're going to rewrite it. 36 minus 8 plus 2. We have no parentheses, we have no exponents. We're looking for multiplication and division. We don't have, we're looking for adding or subtracting. We have them both. So which are we going to do first? Adelaide.
You're gonna do
We're going to put the parentheses around the 36 minus 8 because since there's both adding and subtracting, we're going to go from left to right. 36 minus 8 is 28. Okay? And so now we have 28 plus 2, and 28 plus 2 is 30. Okay? Let's do one more. I'm just going to erase this one just so we have room. Minus bracket, parentheses, 5 times 4, divided by 2, bracket, plus 17.
Quentin, do you have Quentin?
Yes, right there.
Quentin, did you see Mrs. Coughlin before? Okay. Come with me. Hold your board up that way, I can see it. Where'd she go? So what you gonna do first here? Now, which would you pick? Which would you do first? Just hold your board up that way. That's a 17. But once again, that's why you write the problem down and you show step by step. That way it's easy for me to see where you made your mistake. Okay, first thing we're going to do is what? Gauge. Well, let's look at order of operation. First of all, let's look at our problem. We have 30 minus bracket, parentheses 5 times 4 divided by 2 plus 17. Okay, just by looking at that. The first thing that we always do, since we have brackets, we're going to treat that as its own problem.
Okay, so inside of this bracket, we have parentheses 5 times 4 divided by 2. Okay, so we look at our order of operation. Do we have parentheses? Yes, that means that's what we're going to do first. So that tells us we're going to do what problem first? Which is 20. Okay, so we write the 20 above it. Okay, now we're going to rewrite it. We're going to have 30 minus bracket 20 divided by 2 bracket plus 17. We still have the bracket, so we're still going to do what's inside the bracket. We only have one thing, 20 divided by 2. 20 divided by 2 is? What's half of 20? There you go. Okay, so we write the 10 above there. Okay, so now we're going to rewrite it. 30 minus, now in place of this whole bracket, we're going to put in 10 plus 17. Okay, so now, we have no parentheses, we have no exponents. We don't have multiplication or division. Now we have adding or subtracting. We have them both. When you have them both, we go from left to right. Which one is to the left? Adding or subtracting? Which one's to the left? The adding or subtracting? 30 minus 10. Okay, we're looking for this. Here's the subtraction, here's the addition, so the subtraction to the left, so we're going to put the parentheses around 30 minus 10. 30 minus 10 is? 20. Now we're going to rewrite it. We have 20 plus 17, and 20 plus 17 is 37. Okay? Any questions? Okay, your homework. Just be lucky you didn't get it on the first go.
Oh no, I'm just He usually gets homework every single day.
As I said, guys, you're going to have work every day so that way you get better at math. Now, we have just spent 30 minutes of your life doing problems, step by step by step. Now, if you decide you're going to, especially the book should be over there. If you decide to do something your own way, you've just wasted 30 minutes of my life. Okay, you've wasted 30 minutes of your life. Okay, please. Put the parentheses around. If there's no parentheses, put the parentheses around. Put the answer above it. Rewrite it. Put the parentheses around the next thing you're going to do. Put the answer above it. Rewrite it. Okay? Work step by step, just like we have done here. Okay? So I know that I didn't just waste the last 30 minutes of my life. Your homework is questions 1 through 16. Yes? Keep it. Then that way, like I said, if you aren't sure about something, you can refer back to your notebook to see how to do to answer a problem. So 1 to 16. Yeah. Well, it's asking what operation. The operation would be add, subtract, multiply, divide.